was a very colicky baby. We got him at 10 days old out of the hospital. He stayed for 10 days because he was jaundice. Okay. And it was a very colicky baby, a lot of sickness, a lot of allergies.
So we were kicked out of preschool and kindergarten from Passau and Atascadero.
Not kindergarten, but preschools. He'd take sprinkler systems apart, and anything he could find to take apart, he would. And just a real challenge for the preschool.
We knew he had some talent at that point.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know he could take things apart, but he wasn't real good about putting them back together yet.
At that time, right. He had a fascination with tractors from the time he was little.
Okay.
And he was drawn to John Deere from the time he was very little.
If we couldn't find him in the store, we could look for the tractor section, and there he was. If he was out in town, if you could listen for a tractor noise or a weed whacker, that's where he would be.
Oh, wow. Looking for where the noise was coming from. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was very drawn to tractors and engines. Mm-hmm. Right before he started kindergarten, the school system said that they needed to test him. Somehow all the preschools had reported. We had concerns at that time too. We just thought, maybe there were some delays. We didn't realize until well into first grade just how serious the delays were.
Severe one, yeah.
Right, the severity of it. Probably, they started the testing in first grade and second grade, and that's when we realized there were some real strong delays. Mm-hmm. A lot of meltdowns at school.
A lot of phone calls.
A lot of defiance. Isaac didn't have any interest in those things, so it was very hard to hold his attention.
Okay.
He started out in kindergarten and stayed in preschool from kindergarten to third grade in special day classes for children with delays. By third grade, which Tim and I went to the school as much as we could to help because we knew he was a challenge. So by third grade, the school system had decided that they wanted Isaac to be in a different school for severely handicapped kids. And they wanted him to go through mental health, and they wanted him on Ritalin. And they were willing to take us to court to get their way. And so we decided to step out of the public school system.
Well, they kind of give an ultimatum. Either put him on Ritalin, special classes, therapy, and so on, or he could no longer be there. And we chose, hey, that's fine, because we want to have a full education, full curriculum, and to graduate from high school. And they said, oh, he's never going to graduate.
Right.
So yeah, he is. So we prayed about it and believed that God had a different plan. Mm-hmm. So it was okay to be out of the school system because that wasn't God's plan. So we put him in a private school, and today he can read, write, do electronics. He can be on the computer. In fact, when I get stuck on the computer, hey Isaac, and he comes along, and so they're very challenging. But we look at autism as the Edison gene. If you can find out, discover what it is they like, that they really enjoy and explore, they're really an Edison gene. They're very bright. But the regular school system doesn't work for them.
So they're contented when they're into something they really
that holds their interest.
Right.
And when they're in their realm, it's complete focus.
So you did a series of tests on him, and then what happened? How did it lead up to saying he's autistic?
Well, and that came out of the school system testing. They sent us to Fresno, and we did a couple of days of testing over there. Very extensive testing. And they told us, they actually claimed that Isaac was mentally retarded and that he had no chance of really amounting to much of anything or doing anything.
No ability to learn and
no abilities, just get by.
Yeah.
And
so we don't see that.
we saw a different picture. So we pulled him out of public school and went to Solid Rock Christian private school group, and they were just amazing. They really came alongside Isaac. And that wasn't easy for them either. Isaac would be somewhat disruptive in classes. And, it was hard to hold his attention still. But the school was a challenge. It was a real challenge for Isaac. So, yeah.
And did he went ahead and completed school, graduated?
He graduated from high school and has a certificate.
Has a high school diploma.
And a lot of the challenges they would say he could not do, he just broke those barriers. Couldn't do school, graduated, not able to do tractors and that. And J.B. Dewar said, hey, let's try it. And Mr. Dewar was willing to do that, Ken Dewar, and he just, broke every record there. Went into 4-H. His third year, he won grand champion.
So at some point, J.B. Dewar came to you and said, let's get him involved in this?
No, actually, we would go to the fair and see the tractor. Isaac would always want to go and see the tractors at the fair. And then we noticed that they had a program. And the first year I called, I couldn't ever connect with anyone, so we missed it his first year of high school. It's for high school age kids through high school. So we missed it for his freshman year, but we connected by the sophomore year, and we had talked to a couple people from J.B. Dewar and just said, Isaac has sensory issues. I'm not sure how he's going to do with the smells. He doesn't like smells. He doesn't like to touch anything that's dirty or greasy. and we're like, but I think he'll press through because of his desire and love for tractors, because of the passion. But we knew it was going to be a challenge because of all the sensory. The noise, the first time he heard the tractors start up, he ran backwards. Wow. Yeah, because of the noise. So he had a lot of things he had to overcome.
But Ken Dewar met Isaac. And really liked him. And so let's try it. And Isaac, again, overcame all those challenges because of his desire for tractors.
Amazing.
It was
broke a lot of
amazing.
records.
I mean, he had to wear gloves, which of course he didn't like. And then asking him to touch all that grease and dirt. And
then hearing him this morning, I would not think he'd have those challenges.
Right. And then we found out when he was 11 he was a diabetic.
Right.
And that brought some challenges, and you have to keep your fingers clean because you're tested in shots, and that was a whole nother challenge. But again, overcame.
He's quite the trooper. I mean, to receive 5-7 shots a day and test all day and not really understand diabetes, it's been pretty amazing.
But he's a true champion through all that.
All right, that's an amazing story, and I can see, Tim, why you wanted to document it and get that information out.
There's something we see. I guess we gravitated to those kinds of kids because we see them at Stanford and we see them in the public, and we really believe there's a lot of kids out there that are behind the curtain that want to be involved in this kind of project. J.B. Dewar as well as 4-H and so on, but they're told they can't do it. We were told we couldn't do it, but we didn't believe that. We know he can do it. These kids are so bright, so willing, and society needs to start accepting them and start coming alongside them and help them overcome their challenges. Because you know what? We get blessed when we help these other kids. We get blessed when we help other people. And we overcome our own challenges because we see what they go through. And it's like, if they can do that and overcome those challenges, why can't we?
So Isaac, how old are you now?
21.
21. And how old were you when you started this project?
I was 18.
8?
I think I was 18. I don't remember.
Around 18.
I think I was like 19, I think.
Okay.
16. Oh yeah, I'm 16, yeah.
16.
Because this year I'll maybe get my driver's license, so.
Okay.
So that's me in the picture, and then the same hat, and then me taking it off. My friends was helping me with
Oh, okay.
Because this tractor used to have a bumper in the front, actually to keep the hood from hitting the.
Now, what kind of tractor is that?
That's a Ferguson.
What year?
1957.
1957.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how did you find it?
So it was somebody in Creston.
Were they advertising it for sale, or?
No. No, this was actually been sat in the field and had a disc hooked to it. I guess the guy used to disc with it. No, he didn't use it anymore.
Okay. So it was just sitting out in the field, rusting away.
No, it didn't look that bad. The paint was faded, but it was like a powder blue when we got it, so I painted it the color that it is now.
Okay.
What color is it?
It wasn't a powder blue before, and I hated that color. Well, you know what? I bet maybe it was a girl's tractor. I don't know. Maybe it was.
Somebody will like the color. Run when you found it? Or?
Yes, actually, this one did, yes.
Okay.
It'd fire up. Yeah, it'd run really good. It's a shift start, so you have to put it to the S and then push it in, and it starts right up.
Okay. And what was the first thing you did to it?
So the pictures is me using an air ratchet, taking off the things, like I removed the gas tank first, and then a lot of the things. It's got a brand new steering wheel on it, and the safety switch. That was so the battery wouldn't go dead.
Okay.
So accidentally, if you leave the key on and this safety switch is off, the battery's not going to go dead. The coil is original. Gasket under here is brand spanking new. Oil's been changed.
You replaced some of those armors?
The rocker arms we didn't have to. But this one had a cracked head, so.
Oh.
Yep.
So.
And it was still running good too. It had some score. It had the pistons were a little bit scored, but it still ran really good.
So you replaced the head on it?
No.
No, you just left it.
No. Block sealer. Block sealer. Yeah. We put a radiator in it.
All right, that does wonders.
And the block, hey, the block boy still leaks, but it runs good.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we first got this thing running, and it was leaking oil out of the head. So we were like, okay, maybe we need to seal that again. And we did have to seal with some stuff, and it worked finally.
Okay.
And this tractor only's got a water pump on it.
That's how far he's tripped it.
Oh wow. Okay. Right down to the axles.
Yep.
So.
And then here's me in a paint suit with my friend.
Uh huh.
And then me looking at it, we're cleaning the paint sprayer.
Okay.
And this tractor right now has got primer on it, but yesterday we taped the steering wheel because before we did, this was this prep, so you can still see some of the blue paint. That's the powder blue that was on it before.
Now, you had to sandblast it to clean it up?
Yep.
You did that yourself?
No, I don't know how.
Okay.
I'm probably going to get me a sandblaster if I do my next one.
Okay, so where did you take it to be sandblasted?
Powder Coat USA.
Okay.
And they're nice people.
Uh-huh.
Clay's my friend. So the original color of the engine, the engines were blue, and this one was a silver gray. So.
Okay, so how long did it take you from the time you started to get it tore down, just to tear it down?
It took me and my friend Juan Walter a couple of days.
Okay.
We had to drain the fuel out of the tank. It had about 5 gallons in it. We had to drain the tank too.
Okay.
It took about 2 months to actually strip it.
Yeah.
About 2 months to strip it. Okay.
Yeah. Then the tires are flat. We had to air those tires up before we could move it. I primed. He primed it. This guy here primed it, and then I painted the rims.
Uh huh.
Right here it is. Here it is painted. Here's the whole thing painted. The rims. I painted the rims myself.
How do you see Isaac moving ahead now? Where do you see Isaac going now?
He has so many dreams and goals. I mean, he's not even beginning. He wants to have his own farm, a ranch. He wants to have his own tractors. He wants to have a pickup. He wants a driver's license. I mean, there's no limit to him.
Okay.
Well, there's no limit to his dreams. We're not sure how to maneuver through all of the desires he has.
So this is to turn headlights on. This is the starter.
Okay.
You usually see the S. That's what you usually do. This, and then you like push it in. But it's 4-speed.
Okay. You got, this is the clutch?
Yep. And the brake doesn't work. So originally the brake point looked here, but I put it right there.
Okay.
But did you see on this side? One of the nuts is busted off. See right there? That's busted off. Broke. I didn't do it. It was like someone got it. I know the tractor's been sitting. I just cleaned the wheels yesterday. You can probably tell. This is all original wiring. Actually,
It is?
Yeah. This. Yeah. These are. This isn't. Yeah. Look. This. All these are brand new spark plugs. Actually, no, these are the ones that got painted, yeah.
Did you put a new distributor on it, or?
Nope.
No?
Yeah, this actually is, but this is the original.
The cap is.
Yeah, the starter's been replaced.
The solenoid isn't though.
No. This is the original cap, the original hoses,
Okay.
the original water pump, but you can tell the water pump's been sealed because it leaks.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It still leaks now?
Yeah, no, it doesn't leak now.